wasteful energy, if you will, that the heart is having to work harder because of these different blockages, these different things in the system that it is trying to constantly regulate. This is a system that helps get that flow and structure back in the body, that the way that it was designed to, for sympathetic and parasympathetic. So we'll keep jumping into these.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, hey, Tiffany and Rachel are here. They're actually together. I want to bring on both these ladies. There they are. Hey, ladies, I'd love to hear what you guys have to share. I'm so excited to hear from you both.
Hi, you guys. Yeah. Rachel and I are just together. We're doing an event here down in Portland, Oregon, but we are absolutely shrinking before each other's eyes. It's crazy what's happening with these products, you guys. I can't even believe. For me personally, this has been an answer to prayer. I'm 41 years old this year. It has been tough to get the weight off. I've tried a lot of different things, and I'm just so encouraged by the way that I feel these products. And all I did differently was add the bioresin. I lost 7 pounds right away. My jeans are fitting looser. Everything's shrinking. But I'll tell you what, the sleep to get this mama, like I haven't slept out 5 kids. I have not slept all night for probably, gosh, I would say probably 7 years at least. My last 2 kids kind of hit me hard in my late 30s, and I literally have not slept this good in so long. And so I want to encourage those of you that are on here. A lot of you are maybe just thinking you want the thermo and you want just to get that craving control and all that, and that's amazing. But the sleep is so important because your body doesn't recover without it. And I know that if I can get good rest, I can do anything the next day. And so it's been critical for me to make sure that I have that every night. And of course, the craving control is like nothing I've ever had. I've never gotten my cravings under control. I'm a sweet tooth girl. I love food. I can put it down. I mean, like, I have never, you guys, and I mean never, have had anything that can like zilch out those cravings. And this is how I explain to people. It's almost as if whatever was in my body screaming for sugar and for unnecessary carbs all day long has been silenced. And that's the way that I feel every day. It's unbelievable. And I've lost tons of inches, like I've said. And, I wish I kept track better when I started putting it in my mouth, but I was like, oh, I'll come home and do all the stuff. And, thank God I got on the scale, but that was about it. And so now I'm doing my inches. I lost 2 inches just in this last week. So that was crazy, off my belly. Like, what? It's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, Rach, you gotta.
Yeah. I've been on Virus for 3 weeks, just 3 weeks. And, starting in mid-December, I started getting sick, and we run a pretty hard life around here, and we run events, and I mean, you can attest, after every event, they basically had to put me to bed. I was totally spent. I was completely just unable to function, and I'd sleep for 3 days. I'd have to take 3 days off after every event. And it was back in college, I just shot my adrenals, and I was toast. And starting in mid-December, I was sick for 12 weeks in a row. Just one thing after another. I had double pink eye. I had a respiratory, just my body's immune system just shut off. And it was probably a week before I went on BioRes. I remember laying in my bed saying to myself, this must just be how life is. I'm 31 and I have no children. I should not feel like I can't even get up in the morning and I can't make it through a whole day. And I was carrying extra weight that my body just would not let go of. And about a weekend, I remember waking up and thinking, this is what it's like to be rested. And wow. I had not felt that way probably since I was 15 years old that I had felt that way. So 15, 16 years. And I've lost 3 inches on my waist, 2 inches on both thighs. I'm down 2% body fat. I think 4 pounds, but the inches are like melting. And I feel the best I've ever felt in my adult life. This stuff it's a miracle.
It is.
For real.
Yeah. Wow. Total miracle.
Well, ladies,
Thanks,
that was powerful stuff. I know you guys are literally an event, so we'll let you go. And I think those stories, and Cam, like you're a new dad as well, and or you've got kiddos running around the house. I mean, you know how important these stories are that these ladies are sharing. And how many times have you heard somebody saying, "I've tried everything," right? Like that's what I heard from those ladies. They've tried everything, and yet this seems so simple and, like you said, skeptical. But what do you think of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it just, and with the sleep stuff too, the sleep is so huge because, I mean, if you snooze, you will lose. Your body, if it's recovering, and really quality sleep as well. I was talking to Dr. Wilson about this quite a bit actually, and it's amazing how many people sleep through the night but don't realize that they're not actually getting rest. They're not getting rested. They're not getting quality sleep. And if your body isn't getting that quality sleep, then again, it's wasting energy on things that it could be doing to optimize your body's flow and performance. And fat loss is a big part of that. And so once you support those energy systems during the day and at night, you're going to start seeing this thing really move things quickly, and the inches will come off quickly. So I do encourage you guys. This is something that even me and my wife were talking about this morning, because she's lost so many inches and we didn't keep track of it, but I can physically see it every day. Like she's just getting absolutely shredded. And it's crazy to see how fast it really is going.
That's cool. Well, and you just heard that. And let's go over to Jasmine. You're up next. Love to hear from you.
I'm excited to share, and I'm excited what's happening to me. So that's the thing I'm the most excited about. I can so relate to everybody that's spoken, and really Rachel and Tiffany, just the like Tiffany was saying, like praying for something, when you're stuck and you're like trying all the things, you're going to, doctors, you're doing all this stuff that you like everything you can do, and you're frustrated. I'm not going to get into naming things, but basically like my body has been majorly out of rhythm and fighting itself. And it's been several years, and I'll get a little win and then fall backwards, and like just experiencing a lot of things. But I have been taking BioRes for 25 days now. I am down 8 pounds. I am down a total of 10 inches all over, all the inches added up. And in the midst of a super, super busy month for me, traveling all over the place, back and forth to Portland, Texas, all around, having my own events. So with that comes not being able to exercise and move like I like, having a little bit more, challenge with the food because you're on the road. And that just incredible, for your body to respond like that. My body's getting back into rhythm, and the cravings, like for real, like cravings, like gone. And not only that, but I'm craving like good things, like I'm like, oh, I want to have, give me some blueberries, give me some of that, so my body's just like, I feel it coming into this rhythm, and I'm excited to be home more and be able to move more and exercise more, because I'm getting all these wins. So it's like, hey, what can I do also to, to add to that? And I have a goal of losing 30 pounds total. And I just know that I'm 100% going to get there. And I'm so stoked, because this has been, you're getting, I'm 35, and you're like, hey, body, what's going on? And so it's just, I'm so excited about it for me. And I'm so excited about it for other people to get to experience this with this amazing company. So that is my story, and I just love it so much.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. That is so fantastic. Thank you so much. And, Cam, she said something so interesting too, because, right, when somebody's busy traveling, everybody could probably relate to this on the call, whether they're busy with kids or they're busy with work or traveling. That's when the recovery process or diets or all the things that never work and come back and haunt you, because they fall apart, and they, but yet this, you can travel anywhere and just squirt in your mouth and it fits in your everyday, kind of like you said.
Yes. Yeah. The appetite control part too is something that we haven't really touched on that much. And especially when you're traveling, it's just a game changer, man. I mean, I can resonate with the just amazement on the appetite control side of things. And I've kind of understood this concept of, support the energy systems, the body begins to do what it does. But to see this, kind of at this level, it is fascinating. And to see person after person, just kind of reiterate, man, for appetite control, I've never seen or experienced anything like this. And you just got to try for yourself to see, because it really is like that's significant. It is a game changer when it comes to appetite control.
Well, and it's really cool because Dr. Wilson's going to be coming on here shortly. He's listening to all these. So I can't wait to hear his response to this, right? Which is really cool. But Cam, we're going to go to one more person. I want to bring on this guy because he was a D1 wrestler, and I know that's kind of like a sport. Tony, I'm sorry, that was a joke. Wrestlers are the most incredible athletes. I get it. And he was actually at Minnesota, the Gophers, I think they're called, the Golden Gophers, or what are you guys called up there?
Yep. The Golden Gophers.
The Golden Gophers. So they're the #1 wrestling school in the nation when he was there. So this guy's legit athlete. And now you're a young dad. So Tony, what's going on with you with this product?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny you say wrestling is kind of a sport because it's actually more of a lifestyle. It's one of the few sports where the complete, your whole life revolves around it in a way that you have to pay attention to your nutrition even more than most sports. Like all high level athletes pay attention to their nutrition. So for me, I've always invested into my health. I've always spent money on good nutrition and good products to be able to help me with performance and recovery and just feeling good. And now since I'm done competing, it's been more about like, hey, I want to make sure I live a good life. I want to make sure I stay healthy. I'm seeing former teammates of mine, replacing knees, replacing shoulders, surgeries on this and that, just from getting banged up while they're in school. And so for me, I've been able to stay healthy post-college, and it's been awesome. And getting started on the BioRes, the thermo and the sleep has it's been awesome. For me, I don't understand a ton of how it works. And I didn't really try to understand how it worked completely. I just wanted to see if it actually worked. And I just started taking it. And so for me, the biggest thing is just the mental clarity and the energy piece. I just feel how think I should feel. Like instead of going throughout the days thinking like, gosh, why am I so tired? Or why do I feel so sluggish? Or like, I just can't focus. It's just, I feel how I think I should feel. And for me, that's huge. I'm running a full-time business. I'm a dad to a 1.5-year-old, and she has so much energy that it's unbelievable. And then for me, getting actual restful sleep, like waking up in the morning, feeling like I slept, not waking up in the morning, like feeling like I took a short nap or I woke up too soon or too late. Like I feel like I actually slept. And so just those things, like feeling how I think I should feel, just makes my life so much easier. And then on top of that, like thinking about performance and recovery from just like working out every day, it's just like when you feel good, it's easier to work out. It's easier to want to work out. When you're not tired, when you've had a good night's rest, it's easier to get up in the morning and get your workout in. And so it's for me, it's just been awesome because it's something like you guys have mentioned, it's just so easy to take. Like it's just a few sprays in the mouth. And I do a lot of fasting. I don't typically eat the first half of the day. So the whole appetite control thing has just been awesome. I haven't been a huge eater during that part of the day anyways, but now it's like just completely out of my brain. I don't even think about it. So I've absolutely loved it. And I've only been taking it for a couple of weeks, and I can't wait to see what it does, compounding it over months and years.
That's so cool. Tony, that is an awesome story and a great story about the lifestyle. Cam, that's our last stories, but I mean, people are going to stick on to hear Dr. Wilson. What do you think when you hear Tony and the athlete side and that productivity? I think that was pretty interesting, talking about that productivity as well. Before we let you go today, what any final thoughts before you want to wrap up?
As an athlete, it's really important to not be stuck in sympathetic or parasympathetic. And being stuck in sympathetic is one of the biggest problems, especially for college athletes that are trying to do school and sports simultaneously. And for those of you, I wanted to slightly address this. I know Dr. Wilson will probably address this question at some point as well. But one of the things that we've been hearing is for some of the individuals that aren't getting the results on the sleep product that they feel like they're hearing on this call right now, a lot of that is probably due to being stuck in the sympathetic dominant phase. And the thing is once that gets straightened out, that sleep product, you're going to start feeling the effects just like these other people that aren't as stuck probably are getting right now. And so when we're talking about flow and structure in the body, sometimes that's a process to get people in a place where that flow is facilitated properly. And there can be a little bit of turbulence getting the systems working back the way that the way that they're designed to again. But we're hearing And especially from a former athlete like that, the clarity, the focus, feeling like I should feel. I mean, that's a big statement, man. Just to be able to hear somebody say that has been through something like that, I feel like I should be feeling this way. I feel like I should have this type of energy. And that's what I love that we're doing with these products right now, that we're giving people the energy that